Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Regan and I am an American expat living in France. Every month I take you to a new French city to show you that the glorious country of France is so much larger than just Paris. Today I have an expat diary entry because I finally got my smartphone from the US to use with my French SIM card. So how phones work here is super similar to the US. You have both contracts or an abonnement, subscription in French, as well as prepaid plans that you can use. So you can get un téléphone prépayé or une puce prépayée, which is a prepaid SIM card. It's funny because like card is, well, the chip at least, is called puce, like a flea. Anyway, not that funny. So what I was doing when we first arrived here, obviously we didn't have a place to live and you need to provide that if you want to get a contract. So we have been using this prepaid phone and I made a major mistake by not bringing my unlocked smartphone from the US because this is the phone we've been using. Boom. Could it get any worse for trying to text and call? No, I don't think it can. So here's my little prepaid French phone. And how it works is super similar to the US. You have different prepaid plans that you can use for either a month, a week, 2 weeks, for different amounts of time. And of course, they all cost different amounts to purchase and have different amounts to use, I guess. Kitten! So with the prepaid plan, this is actually perfect for someone who is coming to France for a short amount of time, whether that's like a week for vacation or like 3 months for a short semester study abroad. Or even like summer study abroad. It's perfect. That's what I used when I studied abroad. Because obviously you don't need proof of address. If you have an unlocked American smartphone, just get a plan with like a limited amount of data and you can still use a little bit of data for Google Maps and stuff. Like, it's a really great option. However, if you are living here for a while, having your boss text you on that tiny little phone and trying to respond quickly, even in English is impossible, but then trying to respond in French with all the accents is like, yeah, right, never gonna happen. So I'm so happy that I finally have my American smartphone here that I can start using and just like typing so much faster. But what I did before leaving the US is I actually got a Project 5 phone from Google. This one right here that I am using to record on. And this phone is actually so awesome if you are a frequent traveler. So how it works is really interesting. The awesome thing is that because you're pinging off a bunch of different towers, you can use this in like over 144 countries. And not only do you get the same call and like text quality as you would in the US, you get data, the same data. Well, not exactly the same. It's a little slower here than it would be in the US because there's not as many 3G. I get H a lot. But it's like the same price and you don't have to worry about paying an astronomical price for data when you go traveling. So I believe it's $10 per gigabyte of data. Now, if you're someone who uses a ton of data, maybe it's not the right option for you. But as long as you connect to Wi-Fi networks when you can, at your hotel, at your apartment, things like that, it is like a wonderful option. Because I know the last time when I studied abroad, I would take my French phone with me, but I'd go to somewhere like Portugal and then I wouldn't be able to use it because it's a French phone that works in France, not in those countries. Whereas this is really nice because I can take it to like countries all over the world and it still works, which is awesome. So that is kind of how my French phone story has worked. I am so stinking excited to have my smartphone so that I can actually like text people with my French phone now. And I don't know, like, what is the phone thing like for other expats? I'm curious. Obviously, I have experience doing it in France, but I mean, what did you guys do? Does anyone else have Project Fi or something like that? I'm curious. Okay, until next time, adios.